Hey guys, it's Ghost. This is my first vlog. Today's tutorial, we're gonna work on generals. So we're gonna talk about refining, cultivating, and the specialty. So check it out, subscribes, like, and I'll keep on continue to do more videos in the future. Peace. Hi guys, it's Ghost here. Today we're going to talk about generals, we're going to talk about cultivating, we're going to talk about the skills, and we're going to talk about specialties. Let's wait until this is done, then we can get to it. Now let's talk about generals and their specialties and skills. So some people, when it comes to general, they wonder what skills should I skill them. And there are generals that limits you or limits the skills that you can put on them. For example, let's go to the tavern, click on recruit, and click on portraits. So we're going to take Li Jing, for example. Li Jing attack is really good, 117. His special skills, win by surprise attacks, increase mount troop attack by 35% when general is leading the army. So basically, let's go back. Let's go into my general for Li Jing. So the stats, this general is already giving you a 35% increase for your mount attack. So when you tried to skill your general, you cannot stack another 25% mount attack onto this general, because the reason why is that this general only has one specialty or one special skill, which is 35% that was added already. So you can't add anymore. If a general has, for example, let's go to Roland. If a general has skill set that are multiple, for example, Glory Knight. Glory Knight increased mount troops attack by 30% and increased mount troops defense and HP by 15% when general is leading the army to attack. So Roland has more than one stats that's buffing him. So basically with this stat, 30% increase of mount attack, also 15% defense and HP. This literally, he's a really good general. So using this general, I can also stack another 20% mount troops attack on top of what was already given to me. Since this is a general that specializes in cavalry, I would want to stack all cavalry skills. So I stack mount troop attack, mount troop defense at 25, and mount troop HP at 25. This general gives you 3 buffs 35% on attack, 15% of defense, and 15% of HP. So basically, you can stack another attack, another defense, and HP to make him even more powerful. If Roland only has one skill, which is just attack power or defense or HP, you cannot stack the same skill. And that's what happened to my Li Jin. Because Li Jin already has 35% mount troop attack. As you can see, I can't stack any more mount attack. I could only stack mount troop defense, mount troop HP. And the last slot, you can put in whatever you want. You know, double drop, march speed, march size, things like that. Now, a lot of players, when they skill the general, they didn't know the proper way of skilling it. So once you have a general that you want to skill, you're going to click on the skills. And a lot of people, when they have a level 4 skill book, they just place it in. What happened is that when you place one skill book, it gives you, you're guaranteed 100%. And if you place the second, it will give you a 50% chance that the previous skill book will be overwritten. And then so on with the third one. Since level 4 skill books, it's so expensive, I would recommend you use level 1. Start off with the purple one. The purple one is pretty cheap. You can go into your academy and then skill books and then just make a purchase. But I would start with the purple skill book and then place them into the skill slot. If it overwrites, it's cheaper to get. Once you have all 3 skills that you want, you can go ahead and jump to whatever skill books that are available. Level 2, level 3, level 4. And what happened is that it will not rewrite other skill books. It will only rewrite what you have. For example, for my general, Li Jin, I use a level 1 mount troop defense, a level 1 mount troop HP, and a level 1 luck. So once I got those 3 skills into the slot, I can go up and use a level 4 mount troop defense, and it will just rewrite the level 1 mount troop defense to level 4. But if you don't use the low level skill book and you go ahead and start with a level 3 or any other skill books, your chances of overriding the previous one is pretty high. And if you don't have any left, it's going to cost you a lot of gems to get it. So always remember to start using skill book level 1. Because why? It's cheaper and you can get plenty of it in academy. Now let's talk about gear. So basically, along the way, you can craft gears. And each gear will increase certain skills. So let's say when you can get the dragon scrolls, it gives you on top, you can see mount dragon helmet, or for chest, mount dragon armor, or range dragon armor. So each armor has a specific basic bonus to it. For example, mount dragon armor is mostly used for boss run. That's what I think, or that's what I know. So basically, if your general has a status of, let's say, 20% or 35% attack for mount or cavalry. A lot of players, they use mount attack because it increases a lot. Now, for me, the higher your stat is, the better chance you take a minimum wound and you can hit harder. Okay, now let's go into refining your gear. So when you forge a gear or create a gear, it requires a certain material. For example, if I want to craft a level 1, it will need at least 5 out of 5 iron and 5 out of 5 bronze. Now, if you're at level 30 or 32 and you want to craft a gear, it requires a lot of materials, okay, to craft that certain gear. Now, basically what happens is that when you craft that gear, it will give you the basic stat. Let's take the sword for example. The sword will give you ground troop attack 25%, march ground troop defense 5%, troop load 15%, sub-city training speed at 20%. Those are the basic stats. Now, if you want to add on by refining your gear, it gives you another 4 stats. So let's go and do that one. First, you're gonna click on Forge, then you click on Craft, then on top it says Craft Star Refine. You're going to click Refine. Now, for example, because I just craft a spear, so basically I choose the equipment that I want to refine, then I click on Refine on the bottom. So right now, the basic stat for my spear, the arc spear, it's giving me mount troop attack 30%, enemy ground troop defense negative 20%, enemy ground troop HP negative 20%, march speed to monsters plus 45%. Those are the basic one. Now, if I want to go and redefine or refine this gear, I'm gonna click on Refine, choose the gear that I want to refine. For example, this one I just crafted. Now I'm gonna go and click on Refine. So with the different gear set you're refining, one thing I have to point out, for example, if you're refining just the dragon spear, the dragon scroll spear, it will cost you 700k to refine. And then, after you hit on Refine button, which I'm not going to do because I already have the stats that I want right now. So if you hit on Refine button, it will gives you the random stat. Now, from 1% to 20%, I will consider anything more than 10% as a good stat. I prefer percentage over numbers. So for example, as you can see, this one on the second stat, it says mount troop attack plus 865. I don't want numbers. Percentage is always better than number. So if you were to refine normal gear, let's go into this King Spears. So you hit on refine. King Spears only cost 500k gold. Okay, the higher your gear, the more it costs to refine. Dragon Spears cost 700k gold. Arc gear will cost 1 million gold per refine. So when you first refine it, you click on refine, you can spend that 1 million gold and get random stats. Now along the way, you keep on doing until you find the stats that you like, that fits with your gear. For example, if I hit the refine for a mount troop attack, the first one 13%, and it shows up 13%, I would want to take it, because that number is above 10%, and anything above 10% considers to be good. Once you want that stat, you will hit the lock key on your left. When you hit the lock key on your left, what happens is that it will lock that stat. So when you refine again, that stat won't be overwritten by another stat. Once you click on the left lock key, it will turn gold. So you're secure, as the other 3 random stats that you don't want, you can override it. So the first one, I believe, for Dragon Scroll, it will cost you 2k gems. And afterward, if you found that your second stats, the percentage that you want, you would want to lock it. And the third time, it will be 6,000 gems. And then the fourth time, it will be around, I think, 5,000 gems. But from my experience, the arc gear, when I refine it, the first one is 3,000 gems. The second one is a little higher, and then so forth. But it will still cost 1 million gold to refine. So refining you need a lot of gold. You need gems to refine your gear. And once you have the proper stat, the proper percentage for your gear power, it will increase. So let's go to my general, where I put this gear on. Right now I have him on rolling. As you can see, when I first crafted this spear, it was only 29,000 power. So I put 5-star on the gear, and it came, and I refined everything. I don't like that 865 points right now, because I have to accept it. Maybe later on I'll refine again to get something new. And that 3.3%, it's a little low. It's under 10%. It's something that's under what I'm looking for. But I'll use it as a temporary right now. So when I do all those things, the 29k power from this spear jumps up to 392,000 power. That will greatly increase your general power level also. And that's how refining works. So thank you for watching the video. Okay, some people say hi. Remember to subscribe and like the video. And stay tuned for the next one. Thanks, guys.